Hello friends, foes, other watchers on the internet. My name is Matt, you're watching Hogwash Gaming. And yeah, it snowed. This stuff is super packy. It's perfect for snowball fights. And I don't know really if there's any difference really in aspects of rules that you want to cover that isn't covered in like a basic Nerf war video. Basically, you get hit, you're out kind of thing. I don't even know. I've never played in a snowball fight where if you got hit, you were out. It was just a matter of, oh, you got hit this many times. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about 3 kinds of snowball forts. The first one is basically where a plow has just piled a bunch of snow up. It's pretty good cover if you can like dig out the snow from behind there. Really good cover, and it's really easy to make. You just find a place where the snow plow has plowed up and you're good to go. Now, one of the dangers of this is the fact that the snow got there because a vehicle pushed it there, which means a vehicle probably was making room for other vehicles to move. So if you're going to be making a snow fort in or behind a plow line, you want to make sure that everyone around you, when you're there, knows that you are there. Especially if you've got little kids playing, you want to make sure that the fact that there are kids playing near these plowed lines are marked so people know that you're there so you don't get hit by a car. As on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as how safe a plow line fort is, I would give it a 3. Another thing that can go wrong with this kind of fort is if you're digging tunnels through it, it might collapse, and if no one knows that you're in those tunnels and they collapse, there's no way they'll find you until springtime. It's pretty grim, but that's the reality of it. So if you're gonna be digging through the snow, make sure that you've got a nice thin layer above you. You don't want to have like 2 feet of snow or even 1 foot of snow above you. That's especially packed snow, which is impossible to get through, and if it falls down on you, it's just going to weigh down on you. You'll be stuck, you will suffocate, you will die, and that's not safe. So snowplow lines, not the best place to build a fort, not the best to dig through, but if you've got enough people around, it's a lot safer. So just don't do it alone, and make sure that drivers know you're there. The second kind of fort is kind of used for like a day like today. The snow is relatively packy. It definitely isn't like snowman packy, which is a shame. Like, you can't make big balls of snow, but if you can make big balls of snow, or even pack just bricks, like I was working on here earlier, I can pack a brick like this. And what you do is you just make a whole bunch of these, stack them, and you've got a wall. And then you can make the wall any shape you want. Here's a helpful hint. Since we've got this plow line, you can see we already have some blocks already here. We can take these, and these are big and nice, and they'll take a lot of the work out of making that fort. So already we've got a pretty nice start to a fort wall. And that's the second kind. It's a brick built fort. It's probably the most traditional type of fort you can build. It takes probably a medium amount of effort, whereas the snowplow line fort was like a 3 for difficulty, but a 3 for safety. This is probably a 5 for difficulty, and I'd give it a higher end of safety, because as long as you're not building it like into arches, you know, safety, I'd give it a 10. You know, just as long as you're not building it so tall that it might fall on somebody, you're gonna be good. The last type of snow fort that I want to talk about is what is called a quincy. And a quincy is when you've got snow that is really, really fluffy That's the easiest part, is you're just taking a lot of snow, piling it, piling it. The day after, or at least 2 hours later, what you want to do is you want to hollow it out. Because when you hollow it out, it's gonna maintain that shell. And that's the fun thing. It's a lot of work. And when you're hollowing it out, what you want to do is you want to scrape it so you can see sunlight coming through it. Because then it's gonna be like that thick, like maybe 8 centimeters thick, or that's about 3/4 inches thick. And if that falls on top of you, you're not gonna die. You're gonna be fine. And another thing that you want to do when you're making a quincy is you want to punch some ventilation holes in it. If you got like a door here and a door there and a door here, you'll be fine. Another thing that you could do is you could just take the roof off of it after it's done freezing, and then you've got this nice round fort. And yeah, that's the other way I know of to make a snow fort. Really fun builds. All of them are really fun builds. And yeah, stay safe and enjoy the snow. And until next time, this is Hogwash, over and out. I will catch you later. There's a train. They've been running pretty regularly. There's the other one. So, his horn. All right, so sorry, got distracted by the train.